Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, wherever you may be. Greetings from, looks like you're at Disney California Adventure. Mike,
That
what's
is
going
correct.
on?
Well, a couple things happening today. I came down to finally, hopefully, see the Magic Happens parade, and we had heard rumors. No, not even rumors. Probably verified fact that there was yet another character appearing in Avengers Campus named Cassie Lang from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and I have not seen her yet today. So that's why I was in DCA. But at 3:30 p.m., I'll be over at Disneyland for the Magic Happens parade. And hopefully, it's overcast today, but I'm not feeling any rain. And I looked at the forecast. I think we're looking pretty good for today.
Awesome. And that's at 3:30 Pacific time.
Yes, they tend to go by Pacific time in California.
Yes, I'm Eastern time. So when you said that, I was like, oh, in 25 minutes we'll get to see it. Oh, but no.
I'm sorry for the snarky response.
I know it's fine. Who are you talking to? For those who don't know, I'm Tony. I'm in LPHQ East. Mike Celestino is on scene at the Disneyland Resorts, taking a look at the Hyperion Theater, which will soon play home to Iron Man, the stage show. Is that right?
Yeah, that's not right. Rogers the Musical is coming this summer for a limited time to Hyperion Theater. Hyperion.
What was your favorite Hyperion show?
Well, I'll say I enjoyed the Aladdin show, but I was here for the grand opening media event of the Frozen musical spectacular, and I got like a behind the scenes tour. So because I was spoiled and got unprecedented access, I got to wear one of the costumes from that show. I met the Sven puppet who licked my face. It was one of those things where like I felt closer to that show because of all that, and I think that was probably their plan to get me on their good side, and it worked.
It worked. We used to have a picture of that in our files here, but
Yeah.
I can't find it anywhere. So you lucked out, I guess.
I guess so.
Kyle wants to know, I wonder at what point the Hyperion turns into a fountain. Greetings to B Bella. Hi, B Bella. And how are the crowds today?
It's not too bad. It's a little brisk out. It's a little chilly, and it's like I said, it's a little overcast. So the weather is nice. I like this kind of weather, but it's not terribly sunny or warm, so it might be affecting the attendance a little bit.
I know when it tends to get cloudy or rainy, people kind of tend to stay away in Southern California. So
yeah,
and it is.
I haven't looked at the wait times though.
Well, I've got those right here. Hold on,
Okay.
Let's have a look.
So they have set up a bunch of the booths for Food and Wine Festival, which is opening this Friday. I'll be here on Friday to check that out. I think we'll be doing another walk and talk from DCA. In fact, I think we'll be focusing on DCA on Friday, so I think we should probably head over to Disneyland for this stream.
Okay, Disneyland, where the current wait times aren't awful. 50 minutes, 50 for Space Mountain.
What's Rise of the Resistance then?
I forget that's there because I block it out of my head. No, that's Falcon. 50 also. 50.
Yeah, that's definitely not bad. So yeah, what's Runaway
Falcon's
Railway?
55. Runaway Railway, which I'd like to remind everybody is no longer on a virtual queue system after only weeks of using it. It is currently at a 25-minute wait.
Wow. How about that? Do you think it's not like people aren't going on it because you get a steady stream of guests going on it. But do you think they're disappointed do you think Disneyland is disappointed that it's not like a 3-hour wait to get on Runaway Railway?
Well, that one, I think it eats a lot of people faster.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, because I think of Rise of the Resistance, which loads, 2 at a time. So that's 16. And then you have Runaway Railway, which it's the same system almost. Right. And that eats, actually, no, Rise is only 3 across, right? Not 4?
Yeah, 3 by 2.
Yeah, so you're looking at 12 people at a time when Mickey D's Runaway Railway is 24. No, 32. 32 people at a time.
I believe it.
This has been math equations via ride systems with Tony and Mike. That's how I probably shouldn't talk about this, but it's okay. That's how I would quantify COVID statistics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one theater. Okay.
So, you know what we should do? I don't think last time we did the stream, we didn't go into Toontown, so we should go.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
We should go over there because you can just wander right in to check it out.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything in Toontown. Speaking of Kyle, maybe they'll move the going back to his comment about Hyperion turning into a fountain. Maybe they'll move the Roger Rabbit one over there.
I think he was joking about the.
I know he was joking.
Streets. Streets in Hollywood.
It's noon on a Tuesday, but it looks like there's still a lot of people coming in.
Yeah, well, people are hopping, park hopping.
Oh, did it change to the 11 o'clock already?
Yeah, it's 11
okay.
now. So it's almost, that's usually when I'm getting here. So it's not really a big, it's basically like go in whatever park you want.
I know because they have the reservation system in place still. So if you get one for California Adventure, you would have to wait till the hop time, which is now 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to do it there than here, where it's like, okay, there's only Epcot available. I have to go scan in at Epcot, and then I have to leave and go someplace else after. Is it 1 o'clock here?
4 seconds.
Although that'll change in April, I believe.
To 11?
No, if you have an annual pass, you won't need a reservation in most instances, except for Magic Kingdom on the weekends.
Okay. But you have to do some research to find out whether you do need it or not.
I think they'll announce it ahead of time, but I know right now it's Magic Kingdom on Saturdays and Sundays. You will.
Pulling it up.
I think I lost you there for a second.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was quiet because I was reading Kyle's comment. Maybe that change will happen for the theater turns 25. It's Silver Lake anniversary. Is that Southern California humor?
Yeah.
I know the Silver Lake sisters, right? In the California Adventure lore. Okay.
Did you ever get to see them perform in the lobby of the Tower of Terror in the Hollywood Tower Hotel?
I think I did very, very early on, but it was one of those, what's going on? And I just kind of walked out before I realized what was happening.
Okay. Yeah, that was cool. That was a fun. I would just stand there and let the queue go past me. I'm sure that was annoying all the cast members. I like these clouds. I like the clouds behind Disneyland there.
Well, speaking of Runaway Railway, I hear Nothing Can Stop Us Now playing.
Yep. That's not part of the loop, part of the music Disney 100 loop here in the Esplanade.
I think it's very bizarre to see or to hear. I know they've had Epcot music playing before during the 100 Years of Magic, or that's Happily Ever After, I think, playing now. Yeah, and that's the Magic Kingdom. So I get what they're doing, but it's still just fundamentally strange.
Yeah. I'm going to put the
to,
camera away for 10 seconds.
So let's talk about Magic Happens real quick, and I'm going to play this little clip while Mike gets through. So here we go. And now we're back in Disneyland. Hooray!
Like magic. Like
magic happened. Yeah.
Exactly. Went right through that gate.
Do the art link letter. That's not Walt Disney. That's Mickey Mouse. Something's Either hilarious or sad. I can't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was a laugh or a cry.
Kyle was like, "Oh, it's almost time to get a glimpse of Tony," and then he just said this one, "Sneaky." Yes. What engine is that?
The Ernest S. Marsh.
I don't know. I knew you weren't going to say it, but I just really wanted it to be the Ernest Borgnine.
The Ernest P. Worrell. Tarzan's Treehouse.
Still there. Here. So that'll probably switch out when the other one comes in, I'm guessing.
I guess so.
Because I know everybody had their money on that one being the one that got replaced with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah.
Did we ever figure out which one did get replaced?
I did not figure that. I don't know. Somebody else.
I know I didn't. I'm sure someone did. The internet is a magical place. You're now listening to Mike Hum's Michael Cicchino tracks. Kyle goes, Ernest still goes to Splash Mountain for a while longer. Did you ever see that?
Yeah. I love that special. That's a lot of fun.
Yep.
I was a big Ernest fan as a kid, believe it or not.
I didn't know that, but it doesn't surprise me.
I watched the Saturday morning TV show, Hey Ernest Ernest. And let's see, there's all the films. Saw many of them in the theater. Then they started going direct to video.
I know one of them was filmed at what is now Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Oh, yeah? Which one was that?
Ernest Saves Christmas, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That would have been around the time the park opened.
And if you've ever been on the tram ride there, the former Backlot Tour, they were sure to mention it a few times.
Very proud of their association with Ernest Saves Christmas.
I remember. I know they can kind of mix it up, but there was one Universal Studios tram guy we had in Hollywood who kept referencing Big Fat Liar, the Frankie Muniz movie.
Yeah.
Every chance he could get, and I feel like it was like a dare from another tram driver. Like, okay, if you can get 7 Big Fat Liar references in, you'll get this bonus or pizza party or whatever.
I don't know if I brought this up with you before, Tony, but I may have. I apologize if I have. But I have a question for you about Christmas movies. Okay. This is something that bothers me. My wife knows it bothers me. And it happens a lot. It comes up fairly frequently. But how many Christmas movies would you say there are in which Santa Claus is real? Like, he's a real being. He flies around and gives gifts to children on Christmas Eve. A lot, right?
Yeah.
And in how many of those movies would you say the parents are convinced that Santa Claus is not real? Pretty much all of them, would you say, right?
Yeah.
But who do the parents think are giving the kids the presents?
That's a good point.
This happens all the time. I'm pretty sure it happened in Ernest Saves Christmas. It happened in the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Santa Claus is real in these movies. He's flying around giving gifts to all the kids of the world. But the parents are like, Santa Claus doesn't exist. But who do they think is bringing their kids gifts? This is what I want to know.
But what does in the Santa Claus, that's how they sway them, though, because they get the things they've always wanted. At least the mom and the stepdad, played by Judge Reinhold of Arrested Development fame and other things, I guess. But
that's how they sway who?
That's how Tim Allen, Scott Calvin / Santa Claus convinces him he's real because they both got the thing they've always wanted.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So but that's besides the
point. But that's that one specific example.
Right,
I can't really think of others for you right now.
Yeah. Even the Kurt Russell one on Netflix. Same thing. There was one recently with David Harbour. What is it called? Violent Night.
Yeah.
Had the same issue. And there was actually a scene in that movie where I thought they were going to address it, and they didn't really, and I was disappointed.
More importantly, I'm just picturing you and your wife at the dinner table having this discussion.
It's one of those things where if it comes up, she will immediately start rolling her eyes.
But forgive me if I mispronounced this. Hi, Mi-sung.
Hello.
And yes, we are at Disneyland today, the happiest place on earth. We're heading back to Toontown right now. Is that what we're doing, Mike?
We're going to Mickey's Toontown, in the back of the park, back right-hand side of the park. We're going to pass by the Matterhorn.
Matterhorn Mountain, which, despite banners in the parks, opened in 1959.
Yeah, those banners are gone, though. They
I don't think they even survived that first weekend, did they?
Right. Yeah, no. They took them down pretty quick.
Like Tomorrowland side or Fantasyland side for Matterhorn, Mike?
Oh, let's see. I used to have a preference, and now I think in my old age, I'm just like happy to be alive and on the ride.
I thought you meant I thought you were going to say happy to survive getting off that ride.
Well, yeah, that too. It does bang you up quite a bit. I'm trying to remember which my preference was. I
felt like I could feel Fantasyland more in my teeth than anywhere.
Yeah.
But Tomorrowland side's not awful.
I think I want to say Tomorrowland side was my preference, but at this point I don't care anymore. I just enjoy, I think single rider on Matterhorn is one of the great pleasures of life.
Yep.
You're just like kind of feel like going on Matterhorn. You just wander in. They'll give you the little ticket, even if you're with a group. I'm at the parks often by myself, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
But even if you're with a group, 6 people, 8 people, doesn't matter. You all get in the single rider line. You pretty much just walk on. You don't have to. Why do you have to all be in the same train? You don't need that.
It's you said it yourself, and I do this too. You're at the parks by yourself a lot. Yeah. What's the best single rider line? Would you say it's the Matterhorn?
Oh, it's definitely Matterhorn.
Okay.
Because it goes so quickly.
I would either say Matterhorn or Disneyland Splash Mountain.
Okay. I don't do Splash Mountain that often because I'm tired of walking around with wet shoes.
Yeah. Also because I like Splash Mountain.
Yeah, I like Splash Mountain too. I actually love that ride, but
yeah, and typically you end up in the back. So you're pretty much guaranteed to stay relatively dry comparatively.
Okay, that's a good point. I had never really considered that. But yeah, I just don't want to be wet anymore on my lower half. And
I'm heading back to Toontown here.
This is called it's a Small World Mall, I believe.
I've always referred to it as that, but when I was writing up something, I just kept noticing it kept getting and again and again. I don't know if you heard any of what I just said, but it was called Small World Promenade in the writing that I was doing. Yeah, Small World Promenade.
Okay. That makes sense too.
Now, how many times have you watched Wondrous Journeys now? The new nighttime show at the Disneyland Resort. I was tuning in.
Exactly 4 times.
And one in each spot?
Yeah, one.
Okay.
Actually, twice on Main Street, just turned around to the right slightly. Once on the Rivers of America and once here in front of Small World.
Of the times you've watched it, where is the best spot in your opinion?
Honestly, right here is the best way to watch it because you can really make out all the characters and what's going on. I would recommend coming over to Small World if you want a clear, crisp view of all the projections.
Yeah, and I'll agree with that too. Plus, all the obscure ones I found are in the Small World viewing area.
Okay.
Yeah. Saludos Amigos is only in Small World.
Oh.
And I think Fox and the Hound is only in Small World, and those are the ones that come to mind immediately. And Fox and the Hound is neither the fox nor the hound. It's Big Mama the Owl.
Okay. Wow.
So, sorry, everybody.
Deep cut.
Yep. And here we are in Mickey's Toontown.
Yeah.
And Toontown does not like Mike. Or maybe it's just that spot. Okay. So yeah, so now we know the train tracks do not like cell phones. Because that wasn't my end. That music is very loud.
Yeah.
The hills look fantastic, though. I didn't get to get in there when I was there recently, so that looks that looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's looking nice. I like it. Let's see what we can see of the west side of Toontown. So I know they've taken the scaffolding down from Goofy's house over there. Oh, I see a worker, construction worker. You see her right here-ish?
Okay.
Not sure what she's doing, but still work being done.
Construction.
Some kind
That's
of construction.
what she's doing.
Oh, there's also somebody up. Let's see. I guess that would be the top of Donald's boat over there, or maybe part of the track of the Gadgets. What is it called now? Not
Chippendale's Gadget Coaster.
Yeah. So,
but it's still hosted by Gadget Hackett Wrench.
Right. This tree has a lot of like yellow caution tape hanging from it. So they're still busy at work there behind that wall. And we've got just a few weeks, or maybe less than 3 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah. I know it was supposed to be literally in a few days, but it got pushed back to like mid-March.
Right. I think March 19th.
Mr. Bob Newell says that cloud looks like Pluto.
Which one are we looking at?
Yeah, I'm not sure. If you literally tune in right now, I promise you we're at Disneyland. We're not
do a
just
stream
cloud
where
watching.
we just look up at the sky and just promise people that we're at Disneyland and not just playing the soundtrack.
Now
here's
is
the grassy knoll. Is that what they're calling it? No.
Toontown, I'd like to reemphasize that Mickey's Toontown does not have Dealey Plaza in represented in any way. Yeah, I don't know. I call it the former Roger Rabbit Fountain Lawn.
Yeah. But it looks like some people are using it for what many have theorized is its intended purpose of people just kind of hanging around.
Mickey's Toontown went from the wacky antic-filled place where toons live to now the wacky green space that plays home to Mickey and his friends.
Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin is still shuttered, and we are anticipating this will reopen on March 19th as well.
Yeah. Unless they do what they did in Mickey's Toontown back in the day, which was, even though it was mostly done, wait till next year so we have an attraction for next year. Lenny does not seem to be rocking, though.
Now, is that Lenny or is that Benny?
That's a good question,
I understand
actually.
that Lenny is the ride vehicle.
Lenny's the vehicle.
I would say this one is Benny, though. No?
The urban legend I've always heard is probably one of my favorite like Disney backstage stories. And that is that it was originally Benny the cab you were riding in until they rode through and somebody points out, well, we drive by Benny, so how could we be in Benny? Okay, well, then it's Lenny.
It's Lenny.
And they just changed the license plate.
Now, is it true that Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin was originally intended to go up to the second level?
That's what I've always heard, and you could see it was going to be indoor, outdoor, and you could see that it's wide enough. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see me.
No, I know exactly where you're looking. So
up here, right above the warehouse,
kind of like doors that can open up.
Yep.
And this whole second level balcony up there.
Yep. Disneyland does something that Disney World does not, and they love kinetic things, and I think that would have helped bring a lot of kinetic energy to Toontown that it already had to begin with, but it would have. But yes, I agree, and I don't know why that never happened. Maybe I'll look into that later. But
I'm sure
Kyle says, "Benny and the cabs."
I'm sure it had something to do with budget, right?
I'm sure.
Usually the answer.
Yep.
So here's
Or
the
maybe
exterior.
they wanted to do like a Mr. Toad style thing where, hey, if we ever wanted to do a second dark ride in Toontown, now we could just build it on the second floor.
Right.
Is
Here's
this
the exterior queue for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Now, are any of like the hands-on interactive elements back in that corner available?
Yeah, so you can ring the doorbell here.
Okay.
For the glass factory.
Okay.
And then made a bunch of glass. I'm putting the phone up to the speaker like it's not.
Yeah, I was also like, mouth. I also flashed back to the old Fox specials, and you're wearing a mask and revealing all the secrets now. Spin around. I was mostly curious about if the electric warehouse one where you open the door and it does the zapping thing. It would be the one in the back corner to your left.
Okay, back here.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Yeah. So opening this door is absolutely, positively, and unquestionably forbidden, unless you really feel like it. Hey, it worked.
Hooray! Donna just asked, what is the wait time for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway right now?
Let's find out.
My app says 40, so it did go up a bit.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
But what's it posted at?
Let's find out. It's right over here. 40 minutes is correct. It says right here above the door.
Cool.
Let's check out this side over here.
Yeah, so really it looks like all of Mickey's neighborhood is still walled off.
Yes.
Or what was referred to as Mickey's neighborhood. I don't know what it is now. Based on Jolly Trolley stops that no longer exist and haven't been used since 2004. But the signs were still up.
Okay. The souvenir shop is still curtained off.
I guess it's curtains for that merchandise.
So this is another thing that we're expecting will open in a few weeks.
Everything looks bright and fresh, and that's good.
Yeah, they really did a nice job refreshing all this.
Kyle wants to know how many days till Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway gets folded into Genie Plus instead of individual Lightning Lane. This is all speculation.
So they're using this area now to park strollers, it seems. Previously, I had seen them put the strollers out in front of Roger Rabbit, but now they moved it over here.
Maybe it'll help deter people from exploring further.
Well, there's a restroom back here, so it is accessible to guests.
And it's no longer Goofy's gas station, right?
Trying to see if I can see any signage on this. Nope. No signs visible on this building. They didn't make it in the construction.
Sometimes, especially like in Toontown, I don't necessarily call them hidden.
Very obvious, Mickey.
Yep.
You can see the Toontown sign. And the bathrooms are no longer Roger Rabbit themed, as we've established.
Yeah.
Come on, me. Come on.
I wonder, because one of the original working names for Mickey's Toontown, there was also Mickey Land was in there, but also Roger Rabbit's Toontown was one of the possible monikers, and I wonder how that would have held up today.
Yeah, will probably have changed by now.
It probably just would have become Toontown. I blanket Toontown.
EV buggy parking. So that's almost kind of a Roger
Almost.
Rabbit reference.
Almost. I guess he, Here we go.
Sorry, I lost you again there.
I don't know who that one was. Because on my end, it showed everything's functioning.
Okay. Well, what did you say?
I said if you really wanted like a cut Roger Rabbit reference, you could have referenced "Tell Me Trouble" by the Bathrooms, the first Roger Rabbit short.
All right. Well, should we head out to a different part of the park?
Let's go check out the rest of the park. I'm going to give you a challenge. Walk by Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but don't go into it.
Okay, I can do that.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry. What's going on over here?
Is it your internet or mine?
That one was me.
Okay.
That one was me. I don't know what Kyle referred to. I'm guessing you were vamping. Looks at sea of dozens of strollers. ... It seems.
No, I think he's referring to earlier when I said it. It seems they're putting strollers over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. I should be ashamed. Hey, it's Genie and Aladdin.
Never had a friend like them. I could do better. Yeah, no, that one on my end. I don't know what happened. It just sometimes it like just gives me a warning. That time just completely dropped, and I had to refresh the whole page. Here in Florida, if the Genie stopped like that, it would just be a complete mob scene.
Yeah,
that's one of those weird park cultural differences that I don't understand. Because in California, they can walk freely and it's relatively calm. Here, if they did that, madhouse.
Do you think that's the difference between like locals and tourists, or
maybe? I wouldn't doubt it. I'm checking out messages I'm getting here to myself, and I just saw that you got asked or said from our own Rebecca Mosley, thought of Mike Celestino today as our ship guide, referred to the menu of hyperspace as being in era mesh.
In era mesh.
Yes. I think it's a pun on Orabesh and in a Star Wars era. I don't know, or maybe
I'm actually wondering if
she
got like auto corrected on that.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Rebecca, who's on the Disney Wish right now. How long's the wait for Storybook Canal?
Oh, I just passed it.
I saw it. No, I'm just looking it up. Oh, it says 15. Casey Jr. is 20. Mr. Toad is 20. Peter Pan is 35. Snow White's Enchanted Wish is 15, as is Pinocchio's Daring Journey. I know I asked you last time, and you said Mr. Toad is your favorite classic Fantasyland dark ride. Is that still accurate?
Yes, between last week and this week, it's still accurate.
Things change.
Yes.
Has it only been a week, Mike?
It's been roughly a week, I feel like, since we've done this. But I also think last time we did the stream, this car was not here, right? Because we checked in.
Oh, yeah.
I did tweet about it on Friday, but yeah, this evidence that the Toady ride vehicle car is out here again for photo ops and to check. I guess it's kind of a test seat also. I don't know.
Okay. I don't. I hear you with the test seat comment. It does make sense. I don't think that ride would require a test seat.
Right.
But
right.
I remember during the 50th when they installed those golden vehicles just for the photos out there, that way people wouldn't wait. I want to get in the golden vehicle and take a picture. Well, you can do that outside.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like some of that one included state. Or maybe they just painted that one gold and painted it back.
There's the Eva Queen. You see her?
Yep.
Oh, it's Merida.
No, it's the Evil Queen. Oh, hi, Merida. I don't know why, but this area of the park always just makes me want to play the Xbox Disneyland Adventures game.
Sure.
According to the app, the carousel has a 5-minute wait.
Right.
Do you see Jingles?
Remind me how it stands out from other horses.
Because it's Jingles. No, it has something to do with the dressing on it.
Okay.
I just know because it's got like towards the rear end of it, it's got like a bell pattern.
Okay. Not jumping out at me.
Donna, everyone with sweatshirts, sweaters, coats, and the sun is out. Is it still chilly?
Yeah, it is chilly, but occasionally the sun will peek out through the clouds and it'll get a little warmer. It is getting nicer though as the day goes on, which gives me a lot of hope that I may actually see a parade today.
The parade is at 3:30.
Yes.
Pacific time, because you're on the Pacific coast.
That's true.
And it's called Magic Happens. So unfortunately, we won't see it on the screen, but here's a quick glimpse. Okay.
You know what I really get a kick out of in that parade, both in that clip and in the parade in real life, is the way Merlin dances. I'm sure a lot of people are talking about this. I enjoyed it back in 2020. I'm looking forward to seeing it again today.
I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I had heard that over half the cast in the parade came back from those 2 weeks in 2020.
Right. I heard that too.
Yeah.
I think from OC Register was the source on that.
Hi, woodworking tips.
So here we come.
Point out, Jingles is on the other side with the bells.
Oh, okay. Boy, you see, this is the kind of stuff that I will never. I'll never aspire to be that detail oriented, where I could tell which side of the carousel we're looking at, which side of the, what would you call it, a turntable, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, we're bypassing Galaxy's Edge as you requested.
Yeah, well, I didn't say requested. I challenged.
As you challenged me, we're gonna go through the Big Thunder Trail, I believe it's called.
Antonio says it's nice weather today.
It is nice. It is very nice. Yeah.
I know we keep talking about the weather, but that's because California's had this weird mix of weather lately.
I really love this rock work here. This was put in during the construction of Galaxy's Edge.
I was reading a list, and I'll talk with you about it because I know you're a big movie buff too. Of like best movies for detail-oriented fans,
Yeah.
and The Truman Show was like in the top 3, and that's one of my favorite
Okay.
movies. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that makes sense. Because
Sure.
they have the exposition that's in the story, but there's already so many like little background things. And the one that's coming to mind immediately is spoiler for those who have not seen it, is the all the vitamin D supplements surround him in the kitchen and at restaurants
Oh,
and stuff.
I did not know that. That's really funny
Yeah.
because he's not getting any natural
Yep.
sunlight because he lives
Yep.
in a giant dome.
Yep.
I'd never thought of that or noticed that.
Have you seen the Peter Pan trailer? He's asking that too. The new
The
Peter
new
Pan
one?
and Wendy, yeah, coming to Disney Plus in
I
April.
don't believe that I have. No.
It
Have
just
you?
dropped earlier today. Yeah.
Okay. Look good.
It looks good. It's got a color scheme that's very reminiscent of the latter Harry Potter films. So I was just okay.
So it's like a
There's that kind of vibe.
what would you call it? I think in cinematography you would call it low key lighting, which is the
Okay.
term low key has taken on a whole
Yes.
other meaning, but kind of like muted colors.
Yeah, it's
Is that what you're talking about?
it feels very melancholy from what
Yeah.
we could see so far.
Right. So I've been watching Star Trek again. I've been trying to get a little bit back into Star Trek because of this new Picard season that's got all the. I don't know. Am I talking Greek to you?
No, you're good.
Okay. And I've seen people complaining about Star Trek doing that as well. Like if you go back and watch the original series or Next Generation, it's all very brightly lit with bright colors and everything. And now all Star Trek is very dark with muted colors. Like it just for whatever reason in the time between now and the 90s, people have decided that Star Trek needs to be more, I guess, more realistic and darker and I don't know, moodier.
Yeah, it's got to get gritty
Yeah.
Star Trek, which is kind of defeats the point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's Star Trek like this bright Technicolor fantasy from the early days. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gene Roddenberry always
Yeah.
said it was about like a optimistic, utopian kind of future society.
Big Thunder Mountain is temporarily down.
It is down.
Do you have a tripod on your camera? On your phone?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think I have one at home, but I don't have it on me.
Next time, if I'm doing this with you, bring it, just stick it up there, and we're going to go do the Frontierland shooting exposition.
Okay.
And we're heading towards... Are we going towards New Orleans Square?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Where Pirates is a 15. And Haunted Mansion is also temporarily closed. Temporarily? I thought it was still getting switched back.
No, it is.
It all reopened, didn't it?
Yeah, I reopened a couple weeks ago.
Okay. I have no
February.
sense of time.
Yeah, because there was that whole thing with the birdcage where it was like...
That's
Did you
right.
hear about
Yep.
that?
Yep.
It was there for like a day and then it was gone.
Yeah. On the app, it still says Tarzan's Treehouse, everybody. For the record.
Ducks in my path, so I'm going to go past the petrified tree here.
Now tell me about the petrified tree, Mike.
Oh, sure. I can give you plenty of information about the petrified tree. You know why? There's a plaque that tells me it's from the Pike Petrified Forest in Colorado. It was presented to Disneyland by Mrs. Walt Disney in September.
Is that what it says, or does it say her name? What's her name?
I believe it was Lillian.
Lillian, that's right. Yes, that is correct.
This section weighs 5 tons and measures 7.5 feet in diameter. The original tree is estimated to be 200 feet tall and was part of a subtropical forest 55 to 70 million years ago in what is now Colorado. It wasn't Colorado then?
Maybe not.
Scientists believe it to be of the redwood of sequoia species. A cataclysmic upheaval caused silica-laden water to overspread the living forest. Wood cells were changed during the course of time to sandstone. Opals were formed within the tree trunk itself. That's what makes it petrified, I guess.
I'm guessing because it was untamed, unnamed vast wilderness before it was Colorado.
Right. I'm just saying we don't know for sure that animals or whoever was around, dinosaurs didn't think of it as Colorado.
Yeah. Now I'm just picturing like a brachiosaur, even though Denver, Colorado, that's probably more Utah raptors and trikes, I think, were over there. But now I'm in my own separate nerd. I forgot what I was saying. Whatever dinosaur bird noise equivalent for Colorado was.
Speaking of Colorado,
hi, Christopher.
Oh, hi, Christopher. You know the Disneyland of Mexican restaurants, Casa Bonita?
Oh, yes. Nice segue. Go on.
I love that place. We've been there a couple of times, and it's reopening this year. Matt Stone and Trey Parker from South Park bought it, and they are like refurbishing the whole thing, and they're like redoing the kitchen, so now even the food hopefully will be good. Super psyched to go back. It's opening in May. I don't know when I'll get there, but really excited about that.
Will it have the cliff divers?
If they don't have the cliff divers, it's not Casa Bonita.
Or isn't there like a treasure cove?
Yeah, Black Bart's Cave.
Black Bart's Cave, yeah.
Yep.
My knowledge of Casa Bonita comes completely 100% from South Park.
Well, so did mine, and that's why we went there. I had to make a pilgrimage, and it was somehow probably 10 times better than I thought it was going to be.
Kyle, I don't know if the best dish there is the one made by Scott Tenorman's parents.
God.
That's definitely an if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Broken Jeremiah wants to know, Mike, how often do you go to Disneyland?
I'm here on average, I would say about once a week.
Well, why are you there tonight?
I'm here today because I was here on Friday to get video of the new version, not the new version. I mean, there's only slight changes, but the return of the Magic Happens parade, and it didn't happen on Friday. And we figured, our CEO, Benji, looked at the weather and he figured our best bet was to come back on Tuesday. It seems like he was right, except that I could have come on Sunday and gotten it done. But you know what? It would have been a gamble.
Yeah.
And today seems like a better day weather-wise. So.
And of course, we're talking about Magic Happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magic Happens tonight, 3:30 or this afternoon. Sorry, it's not a nighttime parade. Are they running it twice?
Yeah, 3:30 and 6:30, I believe.
Okay. You kept traveling a little bit. Now we are on the. I don't know what the official name for this is. I call it like Fowler's Cove Trail thing.
I think it's called Fowler's Harbor.
Fowler's Harbor.
There's also Fowler's Inn back there.
Yep.
Looking down in the Splash Mountain.
Everybody bundled up. So, this is speculation, everyone. When do you think it's going to close?
It's weird because you would think they would have closed it for the winter, because summertime is the most popular time for this ride. So it's weird if they close it like in the spring. But I don't know. Is it weirder if they wait even longer and do it in the fall?
It depends on what's needed for it, because they both California and Florida's transition into Tiana's Bayou Adventure have it for winter 2024. So I don't know why one would take longer than the other.
Right. Yeah, it seems like they should get to work.
Now, do you think, first of all, Kyle knows me far too well. I'm just expecting Tony to cut Mike off with the video. And then, but I don't know, because based on what happened in Florida when they announced the last date and how crowded it got at Magic Kingdom, I know there are some speculating, and I kind of agree with them, that this one might just quiet close. Do you think they would do that?
I don't know. I feel like that would make people even angrier if they didn't have a chance to like come and say goodbye. I think you gotta give people a chance to ride it one more time, just like a month's notice or whatever.
I was gonna say it's also been announced that it's closing.
Yeah.
So people, if they really want to, go now.
Sure. I don't know. If I had to put money on a month of this year where it closed, I'm gonna say May.
Others guess that it'll be when Toontown opens.
Oh, okay. So even sooner. Yeah. Just a few weeks from now, maybe.
Hi, Gerard.
But you know what did close already?
Lunch.
Is the French market. It's already closed. And it's already being transformed into Tiana's Palace. And it's dead ahead of me right here.
This is another good point. Antonio asks, any update on Indiana Jones? But then Donna says, maybe when Indy opens, we'll get a closure date for Splash. One e-ticket for the other.
Yeah.
I still find it hard to believe in my own head that those opened only 6 years apart.
I think because we were both much younger, and that period of our lives, the summers and the years went by so much slower than they do now. Sorry, I'm getting wistful here. But yeah, the gap between what was the year of Splash Mountain? 89.
89.
Yeah,
and Indy was 95.
Yeah, so that was when I was 9 years old and when I was 15 years old, which is a huge gap.
Yeah.
In a childhood, but not 6 years in an adult's life just goes by like nothing. It was 6 years ago yesterday.
That's true. Yeah. I was watching old SNL, and old's a loose term, because I was like, oh, it was an episode from 2011 that I looked up, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was 12 years ago? Because it was February 2011.
Who was in the cast at that point? Was it like Bill Hader?
It was Bill Hader and all them,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kristen Wiig.
Yep. Andy Samberg, Jason Sudeikis, all these people who SNL's a blip in their career now.
Right.
Yeah. You are now passing by, I always forget the name of it, but it's the new location for the Royal Street Veranda.
Correct.
Got it. And that's where you'll currently get your beignets and mint juleps.
They've also
right
got
underneath
gumbo.
a $15,000 dinner at 21 Royal Street.
Oh, that says exit here. 21 Royal.
Go up the stairs. Oh, okay.
Chained off.
Never mind. Mike and all of us here at Laughing Place respect the rules of the chain.
Definitely. There's the Adventureland treehouse inspired by Walt Disney's Swiss Family Robinson. Still under construction.
I challenged you to avoid Galaxy's Edge, but now in my head, I'm like, Mike knows if something is new back there more than anybody else. So now,
That's true.
like afterward, it'll be like, oh, did you see? They have this new Boba Fett, the name of the ship that I'm not going to say because I can't remember and don't want to get it wrong. But
well, they've just called it Boba Fett Starship now. So.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It was Slave One.
That's what I was going to say. So I'm glad to know I would have been right. But like, yeah, they have this new Slave One diorama. How did we not know? Well, because Tony told Mike not to go back there.
I'll duck back through maybe before the parade. I don't know. We should see if people are starting to claim their spots, though. Huh?
Yeah, we could go take a look.
Indiana Jones still being refurbished, but you can go on Jungle Cruise,
which is home of comedy, like we just heard.
What was the thing with Josh Gad? I saw the headline.
That's all I saw too. Is I'm pretty sure he just probably took over one of the ships, or not ships, boats.
Was that today that it happened? Or...
It was released today, like TikToks and stuff. I don't think it was today. I don't think they would ever do something like that because then everybody would beeline to the park. Josh Gad is here.
Well, I remember when they put Captain Jack Sparrow, like the real Johnny Depp, Captain Jack Sparrow, in the ride, and they just did it by like surprise. They didn't obviously didn't announce it beforehand, so I figured that's kind of what they did probably with this.
And I think even with that, they still waited like 3 or 4 days. Because I remember it popped up on personal profiles before Disney came out and said, this is what we did.
Right.
I guess seeing a celebrity or something would be a form of magic happening, right?
Sure.
Right, we just got to take this away from me. I'm done.
I did have that song stuck in my head the other day, or I guess it was yesterday. So I was telling my wife Tori about the Magic Happens parade, which she has never seen, and about how it has a catchy song. And she was like, "Oh, I prefer the Paint the Night song," but I played the song for her, and she still didn't agree that it was catchy. She said she couldn't picture Mickey Mouse dancing to that song.
I couldn't picture when I first watched it online because I wasn't able to visit in the 2 weeks it was there. The transition from that opening unit to Moana, and then they're all kind of dancing with that same beat and rhythm because it still maintains the same underliner.
Right.
I was just like, this is bizarre, but it really grew on me. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just a few hours. Let's see. I don't really see people camping out yet. So
yeah. So I got it sent to me. Josh Gad was the new Jungle Cruise skipper at the Disneyland Resort, but it was released 5 hours ago, and it's just him taking a boat. He's full decked out.
Well, that was the running gag. Was he was saying like he applied to be a skipper, I think at Walt Disney World, and kept getting rejected or got turned down, didn't get the job.
It's true. Yeah, that was part of his Disney Legends acceptance speech.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. So I guess it finally happened for him. So congrats.
Kyle points out at the end of the video, he says, "If you enjoyed this video, I'm Josh Gad. If you didn't, I'm Josh Tomorrow."
That's pretty good.
Now he has joined the likes of John Lasseter and Charles, whose name just completely Fleischer. Charles
Roger
Fleischer,
Rabbit,
the voice of Roger Rabbit. Yep.
I was watching Back to the Future Part 2 on Saturday morning, just like laying around. It was very rainy out. I threw in back because I bought the 4K Blu-ray set recently, and I had forgotten that Charles Fleischer is in that movie. He plays both the super old version of his character and the super young version of his character.
He's the one that tells him he should go put money on the Cubbies.
Exactly. Yep. And then he's like the mechanic in 55.
Yeah.
Who fixes Biff's car.
And then That's also it's number 2 with the Roger Rabbit reference in it, right? Because there's a plush Roger Rabbit in the Cafe 80s.
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Oh, Mike.
I didn't know that there's a Roger Rabbit in there, but that's great.
Same director.
I did notice because 4K is a bit sharper than even 1080p high def. I did notice some things I hadn't picked up on before. When they get to Hilldale, the sign is like spray painted. I don't know how I never noticed this. The sign is spray painted. It says like a community for success or something, and it's spray painted to say a community for losers or something. Yeah, there's a lot of cool like little details, and I got to look out for Roger Rabbit next time.
Kyle's mad at me now because I forgot to mention The Rock as well.
Well, what about The Rock? Oh, that he's done the Jungle Cruise.
He's done the Jungle Cruise also.
That's right.
I'm being suggested, and it's a great idea, so I'm going to make you do it. Go back to Avengers Campus, and we'll do a quick lap for Cassie Lang, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea because I was going to head there anyway after we wrap, so let's do it. We'll pass by.
And then we can also take a look at the new web shooter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got to get fixed to that.
Also, Antonio, if you're still watching, I'd like to apologize. We don't have an update on Indiana Jones. We did kind of mention it, but we don't have an official date.
Yeah, we passed it. It's still, still behind the walls.
But we don't have an official date on when it will reopen at this time.
Yeah.
That Jungle Cruise skipper looked lost.
Yeah, not in Main Street garb.
Yeah, I just love that you pointed him out too, like we needed it.
Well, when the
when
the supervisors go through this live stream later and they want to figure out who that was, I just want to make sure that I was helpful.
That's another area in which I'm spoiled being in Florida because that is literally built to design and by design to not happen.
Uh-huh.
That's why it frustrates me more here when I see stuff like that happening. But yeah. I remember when I first saw WALL-E and it opened and I go, this is that song from Main Street.
Yeah, I had the same response.
My other half got me the Criterion Collection Blu-ray of WALL-E.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a whole new bit with Andrew Stanton, the director, and he talks about how Michael Crawford, forgive me if the name is wrong, but the guy who did it in Hello Dolly, called him and said, I need to talk to you. And he thought he was upset that they used his song or something like that with rights and licensing. And he sat down at dinner and he said, when I was recording Hello Dolly, the director, who I don't know offhand, basically told me, sing like I'm singing to the universe. And great. Everybody could hear it. And then in the opening of WALL-E, and Andrew Stanton didn't know this, but the opening of WALL-E is different shots of the universe and the galaxies with that song playing. And he's just like, and there's no way that it validated everything I did. And so he took him to lunch, according to his story on the Criterion Collection Blu-ray of WALL-E.
That's a nice story. They always fence this off when it rains because I think it gets slippery.
It gets really slippery, I'm sure. I always, whenever I see that, I think of the original opening day special for Disney California Adventure with Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood and Michael Eisner at one point and Richard Kind and Barry Bostwick. But they all sit out there. Do you want to show a clip
from it when I go through the game?
No, but you know what I will show a clip from?
Okay.
Here we go. and we're in California Adventure now.
Yeah. Just
Magic
like that.
happened again.
Oh, it's
Hey,
Oswald.
hey, Toy Fan. He's saying hi to both of us.
Hey,
Mike
Toy
and
Fan.
Tony. Oh, and it's Oswald. Yes.
It's Oswald.
And Buzz Lightyear.
And Chewbacca.
Kyle, that was a close one. You know what I've
Oswald
learned
will
today?
sign an autograph for you. Yeah, what was that?
That I'm going to have a whole army of clips at my disposal. I think
Probably a
Garrison's
good plan.
referring to my story. You said Michael's name right, so thank you, Garrison. I wasn't sure if it was right or not.
Which Michael? Shakina?
Michael Crawford.
Oh, okay. Isn't
Yeah,
Michael
no.
Crawford Phantom
From-
of the Opera?
He could be. He could be both.
I just figured those would be two different eras, but
No,
maybe
hold on. My banners are confused.
Okay.
There we go. Let's make this ticker. I know it's not, but for whatever reason, I thought I just heard the Soarin' music.
No.
But Soarin' over California coming back a few days now, right? For the Food and Wine Festival?
Yeah, Friday.
I got supposedly the credit.
No musicians out here in the circle today.
So Tony, Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you asked.
Are you gonna stay up till 3 a.m. to watch The Mandalorian?
No, Mike. I'm not going to ask you that because I know you are.
Well, no.
Although I also suspect you've already seen it, to be honest.
I have not seen it. I have
Okay.
seen it. I have seen the Bad Batch next 4 episodes of that, which
Okay.
I tweeted about it, and it was like my first ever viral tweet. And I was like, if I had known this many people would care, I probably would have kept it to myself. that's my relationship with attention on the internet. But yeah, I will. I don't have to stay up as late as you do because it's midnight here.
That's true. That's true. Christopher points out that Tinkerbell is his favorite character in the Magic Happens parade, and wants to know if you guys are going to Disneyland After Dark Throwback Night or Princess Night.
Yes and yes. I will
That's
be
not true.
It's not true?
No, he said, "Are you guys going?"
Oh.
You might be going.
The royal me will be going.
I will be here in Florida.
I'm going to all the upcoming Disneyland After Darks. I'm going to Princess Night. I'm going to Throwback Night. I'm going to Star Wars Night, May the 2nd. So it's a big yes for me.
And once again, I will not.
Sorry.
It's okay. I would only go to. My only interest would lie in Throwback Night, which I actually did the first one in 2014. That year, right? Okay. No, that's wrong. 2017. 2017.
That would be closer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disneyland After Dark is just the most difficult thing to cover as a theme park journalist because you have very little time to get a lot of stuff.
But is it fun? Christopher says it sounds like fun. I think it's fun. I liked Throwback Night, and for nothing else, it did and knocked something off my bucket list, which was hearing live jazz on the Mark Twain.
That's very cool. I do really like that. The idea that you can ride the Mark Twain at nighttime and have the live band playing. Yeah, you can't really beat that. I do get frustrated by the operations of that event because I feel bad for the people who really want to meet all the characters and get all the photo ops, and there's just no way to do it. The lines are too long. There's not enough of them to go around. The demand exceeds the supply.
Sorry, my apocalypse brain kicked in on that sentence. But yes, I was like, isn't that so? It's dystopia after dark. Got it. Hey, Caleb. Caleb says hi. Good afternoon to everybody at Laughing Place.
Hello, Caleb. So let's see. We already passed Spider-Man coming in. I'm gonna see. I see Doctor Strange up there on the balcony of the Avengers HQ. Let's see who else is around. The Wasp is up there too.
Doctor Strange and the Wasp?
Yeah.
That's not the name of the new one.
No, it's not.
That was Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantum Mania.
Did you know the words Ant-Man are in Quantum Mania?
You pointed that out to me last time we did this, and now I can't unsee it. And my poor fiance is sick of me going, look, it's Ant-Man. And see it? And it's a commercial. We're not seeing the movie. It's a commercial or a trailer or something. I'm like, see, look, it's there.
All right. Not looking good so far.
I took a Which Avenger Are You quiz, and I got Doctor Strange.
That's about right.
That's what my friend said, so okay. I'll take it. And now that you have said it, even more of my friends agree.
Trying to think who I would get.
To get too sappy on a live stream.
Well, I was hoping we would see either Cassie or Kang, which, either one would have been pretty good, but it doesn't seem like either of them are out right now because the Guardians of the Galaxy dance-off is taking place.
Team Rocket, let me hear you all say, oh yeah! Nice, Team Rocket. We're going to be dancing off against everyone on this side. You're all going to be Team Groot. Team Groot, I got to hear you say, we are Groot. So when I'm putting your team, you dance. I want to see some awesome dance moves. I want to see something like this. Nice, the rocket blasters. I like it. What do you got over here, Team Groot? Yeah, take your Groot thing. Do whatever you want. We see everybody here to move. The more movement, the better chance to bring these sensors down. It's got it. You got it, bro. There you go. All right. Everyone's going to move. Gamora, can you get this Jim? Overwinded. Good one. There it is. Terrence. Tiny Terrence. Are you ready to put the rhythm? Woo! The rhythm? It's time. The Guardians of the Galaxy awesome dance off. We're starting with you, Team Rocket. Are you ready? Move, come on. Oh. Nice. Bruce, Team Groot, don't let me down. I like that move. Here you go, girl. Rocket. Come on, don't be shy. Don't hold back on me now. Nice. I like it, Smiles. Bruce. Come on, Team Rocket. All right, what do you think, Tony? There you go. You got it. Bruce.
About this?
About Rocket.
Yeah, let's go find that little thing in the shop, the web shooter.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah, and then we'll do it.
Weirdly, we just saw Wasp over there, but now Wasp is over here. I'm very confused by that.
She just came down off the building. That's all. Hi.
All right, let's go find that new web shooter.
To answer Christopher's question, how much are ticket prices for Throwback Night? They start at $129.
So there's different levels?
Ages and by the night.
Makes sense.
Kyle points out that she can fly. That's how
True
the
enough.
Wasp got there.
True enough. I shouldn't question really how a superhero can travel fast. many of them can move very quickly.
Well, if they weren't superheroes, what would you say it was?
I mean, I think you're probably right that she just came down the steps behind.
Well, no. I'm just saying, pretend it's not a superpower. What would it be? Something similar.
Magic. Is this the Laughing Place version of Rick rolling now?
No, I'm doing my own Ant-Man Paul Rudd thing. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, the Mac and Me?
The Mac and Me, yeah.
That you're going for? Okay, gotcha. I like it. Did you see the clip of when he did it on the podcast?
I did, and it's fantastic.
It was so good. Because Conan, legitimately did not see it coming.
Nope. And what I love most about that is Conan's frustration. Screaming, this is a visual medium. Oh, this is an audio medium. You can't do this on a you can't. And then later on, there's another podcast episode with Bill Hader on it, and he's explaining it to him again. And he gets so angry, and he just keeps yelling, "You can't do this on a podcast." And Bill Hader's crying, laughing.
All right, let's see if we can find this.
Perfect.
I think this is it right here. The quantum bug.
Now, what does the quantum bug do? Because these are for aiding in the playing of web
slingers. Yeah,
web slingers. Thank you.
So you need the base set is the web power band, and then you get these attachments. And this one, let's see, you can press to. Well, I found a typo already, Tony.
Be sure to tweet it.
Do you see that at the top left? It says press to listen, and then just a
R.
stray R is there.
That's the listener.
And then what does it actually do, though? Oh, ever needed to bug a room? Well, using PIM particles, I've shrunk down a microphone and attached it to my Paratrechina. Oh, it's a very technical term here. Friend here, so you can listen in. When equipped on the web slinger vehicle, activate PIM particle discs to shrink targets. Oh, that's cool. So you'll fire the PIM particle discs, and it'll shrink. I'm assuming shrink the
spider bots.
Yeah. That's kind of neat.
For those who want to see more detail on this, I'm sure Mike will tweet it soon.
Yeah, I played with the Doctor Strange one a bit. I bought it for Benji, and then I opened it, and we got a video of it. I eventually gave it to him, but it was cool.
Out of context. It's just, I bought it for him, but I played with it.
Well, it was for that. It was for laughing.
I know.
It was like you send the little spider bots through the portals, the Doctor Strange portal. So I'm assuming this is kind of a similar.
Is that video playing behind you there, the new one? Or is that just in general? Oh, that's just a show for all of them?
Yeah, general overview.
Okay.
I wish I had brought my the power band. I guess it's called web power band. I might have picked this up and checked it out, but I will get photos and tweet them out.
Cool. So stay tuned to the Laughing Place Twitter.
Here's what it looks like on the wrist.
That one actually looks tame compared to the other ones I've seen. I know your Doctor Strange one has the full light up spinners.
Yeah.
All right. Well, later on tonight here on Laughing Place, we do have Barely Necessities, a live look at the latest in Disney merchandise from online shops, licensed merchandise retailers, and the theme parks. And just stay tuned to Laughing Place's YouTube channel all the time for more great content like this from a Disney California Adventure. And Unless that's announcing Cassie Lang is coming. What's going on?
I don't know. I heard some. I don't know if those were sound effects or if that was somebody putting away a dumpster. Oh no, it's the Avengers Assemble show.
Oh, okay.
Black Widow up there. So, yep. I'll stick around here. I'll get photos of the Ant-Man accessory, and I will look for Cassie Lang. And then later on, definitely watch out for the parade video. Not that you can't find that elsewhere, but
well, no, you want to watch our laughing place,
Yeah,
but it's going to be
gonna
done
be-
by the greatest cinematographer I know, Mike Celestino, coming at you.
exactly.
Stick around. Stay tuned. Laughing Place YouTube. Like, subscribe, tune in. So long, everybody. From Disney College
Bye.
Adventure.